Bangladesh. From the Himalayas to the Sundarbans, emergence of Bangladesh. Bangladesh is not a territory that has appeared all of a sudden in the world map. In the geographical location, the country evolved as a delta region in South Asia. A vast stream in the name of the Ganges rolled down from the glacier apex mountain of the Himalayas, located in the far north of the country. Entering Bangladesh, the Ganges starts flowing as Podda River and mingles with the Bay of Bengal in the south. Bangladesh, a country of fertile alluvium soil, is cleansed by the Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna and Jamuna. Here remains the tradition of thousands of years in the livelihood of the people. Fertile alluvium, river and water are closely connected with the livelihood and professions of the people of the country. Flows of these rivers are the main sources of vitality of Sundarbans, the world's largest mangrove forest adjacent to the Bay of Bengal in the south. But these streams of the rivers were obstructed by various embankments and impediments.
আগে যে নবগঙ্গা, কালী নদী, মাথাভাঙ্গা, ভৈরব, উচ্চ ভৈরব এই সমস্ত নদী উপর থেকে আসতো, তার যে ফ্লো, তার যে নাব্যতা সেটা কমে গেছে, আগের মতো পরিমাণ পানি আসছে না। অনুরূপভাবে যে শিবসা, মধুমতি, কপোতাক্ষ, বলেশ্বর এই সমস্ত নদী এই সুন্দরবনের ভিতর দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, তাতেও আগের মতো পানি নেই, সেখানে সেডিমেন্টেশন বা বালু জমে যাচ্ছে। উত্তর থেকে মানুষের যে প্রচণ্ড চাপ এবং দক্ষিণ থেকে লবণাক্ততার চাপ, এর মাঝে সুন্দরবন একটা বিপর্যস্ত অবস্থায় আছে।
Podda and its tributary rivers reached such a condition that the world's largest mangrove forest, Sundarbans, a creation of sweet waters of the south, is deprived of it. Sundarbans is the single largest mangrove forest in the world, with an area of 6,017 square kilometers. Of this, water covers an area of 1,860 square kilometers. Various species of birds and animals, including tigers, deer, monkeys, pigs, as well as hundreds of species of fish, crocodiles, dolphins, snakes and lizards live inside the innumerable small and big canals flowing through the forest. They are the permanent inhabitants of the Sundarbans. Their habitation is surrounded by Keora, Shundari, Goran, Gawa, Dhundol and Golpata trees. Sundarbans spread across the entire coastal belt of Satkhira, Khulna and Bagherhat districts, from Raimongol Shimanto River in the west to Boleshwar River of Horinghata in the east. In the wake of growing population pressure, poor people of different districts in the southern region enter the Sundarbans for their livelihood and set up temporary families on the banks of various rivers. This forest is the source of earning of about 6 lakh people who not only depend on the forest resources but also on birds, wildlife and fish resources. The ecological balance is now facing a serious threat following the pollution of weather and climate change. Change of climate, greenhouse effect and unplanned urbanization and pollution from waste products are causing a terrible environmental disaster. Not only South Asia, but the whole world today is threatened by natural disasters. A country such as Maldives might disappear from the world map due to rise in the water of the sea level. Presently, America, Australia, Europe, and many countries of Asia are victims of this natural disaster. On November the 15th, 2007, the century's worst cyclone Sidr hit the world's largest mangrove forest Sundarbans along with the entire southern region of Bangladesh, surpassing all previous records. Before this, a powerful cyclone with a speed of 220 to 240 kilometers had never ever hit the Sundarbans. This was the century's most fearful cyclone. The government and private tourism industrial organizations were temporarily deprived of earning foreign currencies due to the havoc caused by Sidr on the Sundarbans. Sidr badly struck Dublar Chor, Alorkol, Tinkona Islands, Kochikhali, Huron Point, and other areas. The Sundarbans now looks like fire-burnt rubble of war. Weather-related information suggests that depression often forms in the bay every year during pre-monsoon season of April-May and pre-winter season of October and November. Forest Department sources said 110,000 hectares of forest land out of 414,000 hectares of forest land were badly or partially damaged by the cyclone Sidr, causing huge losses to the Sundarbans. It was also learnt that 110,000 hectares of forest region of Sundarbans were affected by the Sidr, causing heavy losses to forest resources. The amount of total losses to the forest resources of 30,000 hectares of Sundarbans is about 1,000 crore taka. According to preliminary estimation, the amount of losses to infrastructure is about taka 20 crore. Some 127 houses and water vessels and 12 jetties of the Forest Department were damaged. Besides, waters of 50 ponds were contaminated. Photographs flashed by the media showed grim scenes of carcasses of 38 deer, 1 tiger and a monkey being recovered. Abul Hashim, Imam of a local mosque of Dublachor area, is one of the witnesses of the tragic episode of that day. "1,000 workers of the Forest Department are now working relentlessly under open skies to restore normal conditions of the Sundarbans. The government has already considered 13 proposals of implementation of long-term planning of the Forest Department. This includes construction of cyclone shelters, offices and houses of the Forest Department compatible with cyclone, purchase and boats to strengthen the forest guarding, and permanent arrangement of pure drinking water for forest workers, timber and honey collectors and fishermen. Friendly countries such as India, Pakistan and USA, as well as the United Nations and various international organizations, extended their cooperation, standing beside the Sidr-affected people.
It's not directly related to the disaster and the response, but it was important to see how you mobilize as a country, how you mobilize as a people, and the privilege that it all is for us in the international community to watch you and be inspired by your example.
শুধুমাত্র বাংলাদেশের কথা মনে রেখেই 5 লক্ষ টন পর্যন্ত চাল বাংলাদেশ আমদানি করতে পারবে। 10টি সাইক্লোন বিধ্বস্ত গ্রাম আমরা পুরোপুরি পুনর্বাসনের জন্য দায়িত্ব নেব।
Currently involved in the immediate needs of the people, water, food, the jerry cans.
British government is doing its best to help as much as we can with the victims and provide as much help as we can for the victims of Cyclone Taher.
Firm joint effort. So the entire world is thinking about how they can help Bangladesh, and it is important for people to think through what is immediately needed, but what will be effective in the long term.
US Marines stood shoulder to shoulder with members of Bangladesh Army, extending active cooperation in mitigating the sufferings of the people by providing health service, distribution of relief and treatment of domestic animals.
And we're here to support the government of Bangladesh relief efforts. We're down here right now. We have supporting them in child specialists, in family medicine, in ophthalmology, dental, and veterinarian. We've been here approximately 2 days. We'll be here as long as the mission dictates that we be here to support the government of Bangladesh in their relief operation.
The Chief Advisor and the Chief of Army Staff have directed the authorities concerned for taking time-befitting steps and decisions for distributing relief materials among the cyclone victims, providing health service and protecting the Sundarbans.
আপনাদেরকে আবারও আমি বলবো যে ধৈর্য ধরেন, আপনারা অনেক সাহসী লোক, আপনারা অনেক সাহস নিয়ে কাজ করেন এবং আপনাদের সাহস সরকারকে সাহস যোগায়।
The vitality of Sundarbans has not yet been lost, though massive losses and damages have happened to trees and wildlife by the devastating cyclone Sidr.
আমরা জানি যে এই বন তার নিজের নেচার, তার নিজের যত্ন নিজে নিতে পারে এবং নিজেই সে আবার দাঁড়িয়ে উঠবে, এ বিষয়ে কোনো সন্দেহ নেই। এবং তার প্রমাণ আমি পেয়ে এসেছি, গত সপ্তাহে আমি দেখে এসেছি যে এখন আর সেরকম দেখা যাচ্ছে না। সবগুলো এলাকা আমি ঘুরতে পারিনি, তবে সুপতি অঞ্চলটা ঘুরে এসেছিলাম এবং বলেশ্বর নদী এবং যেখানে ঝড়ের প্রকোপটা সবচেয়ে বেশি হয়েছিল শরণখোলা এলাকায়, সেখানে ঘুরে বেরিয়েছিলাম। তখন দেখেছিলাম যে গাছগুলো ভেঙে গিয়েছিল। আবার গত এক সপ্তাহ আগে আমি সুন্দরবনের কচিখালি, কটকা এই সমস্ত জায়গায় গিয়েছি এবং আমি খুব মানে দেখে যখন খারাপ লেগেছিল, তারপরে এবার কিন্তু আমার অতটা খারাপ লাগেনি, কারণ গাছের উপরের অংশে সবুজ অলরেডি পাতা বেরিয়ে গেছে।
This forest has its own capability of embellishing itself anew. It is now urgent to ban cutting of trees, fishing and procuring any kind of resource of Sundarbans for the next 3 to 5 years. And experts opined that those trees which were partially damaged do not need to be removed from the Sundarbans. World-famous and noted environmentalists and international community will have to come forward too to protect the world's largest mangrove forest. Sundarbans is the abode of biodiversity. It is the place of pilgrimage for research work by environmentalists. The world's largest mangrove forest maintains a balance in the environment. People of the country and international community will have to take the responsibility to protect this forest. Sundarbans, the conservatory of flora and fauna, must stay alive.